Greeting, this is Ryan from ManaBluff. Just started at Gate Crash 8.4, the first, and opened some pretty cool things. I'm going to be slamming the Ogre Slumlord. Nice bomb, would love to be Orzhov. So I already know that's going to go down, but let's see what else is here. Death's Approach in my colors, Basilica's Creature, so things are going to start getting past. Did a Simic draft the other day, loved playing Simic. Not too sure about the Simic Charm. What does it even do? Yeah, probably one of the weaker ones. Definitely no Boros Charm. Love the Shamble Shark. Gosh, I really like these packs that I've been seeing. It seems like this Gate Crash format has tons of fun playables, and you're always having good things to be doing. Anyway, like I said, happy to take this 5-drop. It just is a really sweet, powerful card, and I like being Orzhov anyway. So, there we go. See who else is up in here. And yeah, so I've only drafted, this will be my fourth draft with Gate Crash. Still learning the format a little bit, but starting to get much more comfortable with it. What is passed to us? Don't care much about that. This guy is amazing. Definitely interested in that. Mugging is great. Halberdier, wow. Humana Ho. Mugging is a really good removal spell, but this guy's just too awesome. I know it's not even close to black, but I think this is the kind of format, like I was saying, that since there are so many playables in every pack, you can really just pick the best cards in the first few picks of the first pack, see what's open to you, and then kind of go from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick with these super solid creatures. Obviously very different guilds that we'll be going into. Honorable mentions are all these Boros cards, which are pretty sweet. Mugging I would love to have, but I think the Gorg Clan Rampager is one of the few creatures that's better than Mugging, so we'll take that here. See what keeps flowing. And try to read some signals going one way or another. Holy Mantle, what's it? Protection from creatures. I've actually think this has proven to be a very good enchantment just because it's protection from creatures. Sure, it's open removal, but if you just save this and not try to be aggressive with it, which is a 4 double white anyway drop, so that tends to work, you're going to be doing all right. So, not seeing anything... Shadow Slice is good, but not seeing a lot of the good Orzhov I prefer. This is much more Dimir, not even great Dimir. So now I'm looking at seeing how there's a little bit more of the Boros coming through. I think we're just going to stick to picking the power drops like I was doing before. Fortress Cyclops is a fine 5-drop. It does some good things. I do like Holy Mantle, but I'm just going to kind of see where the archetypes go. Slaughterhorn is definitely a card that'd be fine in Gruul. But again, my sort of strategy right now is just pick the powerful cards, see where it ends up taking me. Yeah, okay, so Gruul is definitely happening. I get this guy past, he's really good in Gruul. We're seeing some more Slaughterhorns, so that'll really start moving me in. I also think it happens to be the best card of the pack. Though I do like Shadow Slice, I'm not gonna lie, I think that can really do some amazing things. Here we're seeing the Death Cult Road, great in Dimir, great in any deck that uses it, just being able to pound through. Corpse Blockade, I have such mixed feelings about. It's proven a challenge for me to get through, therefore I think it's good, but I just hate playing it. I don't know, I'm going to see how this guy performs. He's on my to watch list, but we're going to take the Guild Mage here and try to start focusing on some Gruul. Which, of course, just ends there. Do we want to start? I mean, gosh, this is the third we've seen of this. There'll be plenty. This is the third Shadow Slice we've seen. So anyone who wants it will find it. Kind of the only weak pack. Mind Eye Drake, a 2/5 fly for 5, I'm not super excited about. I think I just grab this guy in case, for whatever reason, I do end up staying in the black realm. Just to have a 3-drop. Don't like it. Now I am starting to really kind of wonder what I should be doing. That really helps. But man, this black is open too. What do I think is more of a signal? This guy I saw used against me last night, which was fine. I didn't really care for it. Maybe if you have 20 bazillion 2-drops and you want to reload in Boros or something, but I think it's not what it's cracked up to be as a rare. Yeah, I'm going to take the Swine. I think I'm going to keep going Gruul. Though there's definitely an argument for this Balustrade Spy, because that guy's awesome. But I also never drafted Gruul, so let's see if we can force it. This definitely helps. Naturally now, since if we're looking at this, I'm just having all these big old Gruul drops. And I only have 4 picks in the first turn, but that might mean I start playing a little bit more of the accelerant game and getting up to these big drops, because once you get these guys out, they're just so overpowering from most any other creature that's out there. So happy to take it there. Do want to start focusing on the smaller drops. So our players can't gain life this turn damage. Okay, that's a constructed card, so I see. Each player's got their hand. Nope, not playing that. So we'll just take the Snapjaw. Of course, another 5-drop, but just getting some playables in. Leyline Phantom, loved in my Simic build in that draft that I did. At first I thought it might be just too mana intensive, but it just does so many good things that you want in Simic. But we're not Simic, sadly. Okay, wow. So that's a pretty late deaths approach. Yeah, this is something that needs a little bit of turn on. But I found, like, if you consider like a 4-mana removal spell, destroy target creature, sorcery speed, that's kind of like what this does. Because once you get up to there, it's really good. I'm definitely cutting it, and it makes me think I need to be in black again. This was... Huh. I mean, we're going to take it. Again, we're loading up on the 5-drops. I need to start prioritizing a smaller curve. Take the Shadow Slice there. Corpse Blockade. Not excited to play it, but hey, if I just need a creature later on, then we got it. So, my idea of hoping to just see what was open and come through. I'm not too sure I read those signals correctly. We'll see. There definitely was some black coming through. That could just be because Dimir tends to be open, so this, the Orzhov gang was picking up the Orzhov, and then else, because I didn't see much of the needed Gruul stuff come through. But I mean, this was a pretty late guy. This guy, as a second pick, someone should know what's going on, and the fact that there are some powerful, though admittedly high dropped creatures coming through later could be a thing. Yes, I would like to change this color scheme so that my computer is nice and fast for while we're playing. That would be a good thing. Thank you very much, computer. Ooh, Fathom Mage. I heard that guy doesn't work so much in draft, though I haven't played with it. Love Elusive Crassus. Anything for our deck? Ooh, not a whole lot. Looks like I'm going to be doing the Krakenera, which could be fine, because this will be something to just stall out till my later drops, which I kind of need right now. Fathom Mage isn't worth anything, is it? I can't imagine it is, but let's just double check. Fathom Mage. Did I spell it right? I did. Whoa, obviously nothing important. Cool. So, don't have to worry about that. Do I want forced adaptation in my Gruul deck? I did do that in sealed. It worked, but that's because it was sealed. So yeah, not happy to first pick this 3-drop, but I think it's essential to what we're doing, and I'm pretty committed to going Gruul at this point. I'm very interested. Oh wait, I didn't even notice this guy. Whenever, do I want the 2/3 for 3 or the 1/3? Now, because he'll pretty regularly be a 2/4 with reach, so I'm cool with that. rather than Croconera. Active Treason could work. No, I'm not doing the 5-color monstrosity. I'm just doing the ramp monstrosity. So I think we'll take the Active Treason here. No, I'm going with this. Just because I need 2 drops. Really, this would be just the buy time. Maybe have this guy trade off with some, aggressive build from something else. Not excited, but I need 2 drops. William Gargoyle. Not a fan, but he keeps making the cuts in my deck, surprisingly. I assumed it would be the other way around, that he keeps getting cut from my decks, but that has not been the case. Another Croconera, totally cool with that. Oh, no, wait. Massive Raid. Even though I do want to prioritize the low drops, I have no removal in a Gruul deck, which seems kind of odd. So that's great. I've seen another Ruination Worm, which means probably one will be getting around to me at some point in the draft. That's the 3rd. You never want a bunch of them. I'm already high up, but that means I can just kind of keep in mind that that will be coming back. Like this Night of Obligation. Would love to have that. But no, I'm happy with the Massive Raid here. That's pretty cool. That's my initial wow, go for it pick. Nothing is close to it in our colors. And aside from the Basilica Guards, it's definitely the best card in the pack, so that's cool. Glad to get the Shanktail. Gruul Charm. How much do I like Gruul Charm? I don't think I do, especially over a Scorchwalker. This guy I found just as the trick that he is, the 3-drop trick just to finish out games or change a race can be helpful. And, I mean, I don't have any 4-drops, so if he does fill a creature slot, I'm not annoyed by it. Do like that Active Treason. Wouldn't mind one of these coming around. This guy is amazing. This guy is proved to be amazing. But yeah, we're just gonna take the Scorchwalker. Could be wrong there. Ember Beast, Martial Glory, Gruul Keyrone. I might want this Keyrone just so I can power in. No, I think we're gonna take the Ember Beast again. Play this defense game until we get some of the big guys going. Need the creatures in Gruul, after all. Oh, that's perfect 2-drop. Exactly what I'm looking for. Don't care about that guy. Yeah. So that's cool. I'm glad we're filling out the creature curve so we can start focusing on other more important things. Merfolk of the Depth. 4-2 flash would be awesome, but not at a 6-drop. Because I would rather be doing things like this with a huge 6/5 at 6-drop. There's nothing here I care about cutting. This isn't worth anything. I'll just hang on to the Foundry Street Denizen. This, along with this Spire Tracer, I don't want to be playing. And it looks like I'm not going to be hurting as much as I thought I might be, but still, going to take it. Really want to be focusing on this part of the curve and removal, which I think is always the focus of a draft. But if that can get adjusted, shall we say, then I feel really good about the 4, 5, and 6 slot. I will take Forced Adaptation here. I'm not in love with the card, but I do think if we end up playing some of these not so awesome creatures, the Spire Tracer, the 1-drop, and the Greenside Watcher, this allows the 2-for-1, but the 2-for-1 on the bad creatures. It just kind of baits out that those removal spells, so you're not taking away something that's a little more important to me finishing or stabilizing in some way. Do any of these get played? Not so much. If I just need something to do with a flyer. Yeah, see, here's that Ruination Worm. I thought that would be coming back at some point. I will take it here over the Wildwood Rebirth. This also we can pick up at any point. Don't really need another. I'd rather like a bomb type 6-drop, but if this is what has to happen, it's what has to happen. This will never happen. I'm actually going to get rid of Midnight Recovery, because if there is a Dimir deck and it's doing something, that can really help the Dimir stabilize, just getting a bunch of creatures back in action. So ditch that. Also, I wonder how that works in Orzhov. Really gives you an endless stream of spells to be playing. Hey, So this is super interesting because in this pack, these are the things I want. I'm taking the Gruul Charmer just because it's uncommon. I may not see it, and Active Treason's been going around. But maybe the Gruul is completely wide open. And this pack was just weak. I don't know. That's just really confusing because that was the pack where I was picking between those and assuming they'd be gone. The fact that those were the last ones in the pack and people weren't just scooping them up is fine. Gruul Charm, though not amazing, has definitely I've seen work in, but it's so specific to a deck. So not sure if it's playing, but I'm glad to know it's there as something we can do. I think it will do pretty well in our deck since we have these big drops in our curve. That once these are out, we can just pound through those damages in huge chunks. Foil land or regular land? Okay, I'll play foil. That sounds good. So we got a creature base. We have a removal spell. Is that right? Correct. So that's really what we want. All right. So foil, bomb, or sacred foundry. Let's see if any of these things are worth caring about. Foil, bar, human buying, foil. So that's for 6, and that's pretty much what these sacred foundries are going for at max. Actually, I think it's only the stomping ground that gets up to 6, right? Yeah, those guys are way less. I'm gonna do this. I hear he's actually unplayable. In a paper draft I did, he was just tabling. I mean, we're in the guild, so if there is a guild to have him, he's the one. And again, he's worth like a couple tickets because he's foil, so I'm going to grab him, see if he works. Kind of a guilt-free way to give him a try and not just rare draft him. Because I mean, supposedly these guild leaders are awesome, right? Or just come into the player review. Yeah, we'll see. See if we can get there. And now the name of the game really is just staying alive. Which is why I want maybe this over Madcap Skills. I get it. Madcap Skills is sweet. I don't know, but we do have some 4-drops, but they're very offensive 4-drops, which is what Gruul should be doing. But I feel like I just want to get late. No, I'm still going to go with the guild strategy. One of the reasons why this Return to Ravnica block format seems to be really fun, but also really easy to sort of figure out the format, is they've built in the basic deck strategies, you know? Sure, I could try to go this kind of weird thing with Gruul and just try to get to the late big ol' guys, but I'm just going to trust the way the game was designed, because it was designed very well, I think, and go with what the actual cards are supposed to be doing. Ooh, here's all these Primordials are great. I just don't need bigger drops. Silver Primordial, 6/8 reach, huge guy for 7's cool, but it's I'd rather have the 4-drop here. 4/3 trample. Don't think any of my guys are gonna be having +1/+1 counters except for force adaptation. So yeah, this guy's great in Simic, but doesn't matter. 4/3 trample for 4, I am down for over the Scorchwalker for sure. So I think it really comes down to, am I going to be getting any removal? Ooh, that's really cool in the deck. I've seen that work well. What sort of 3-drop would I rather have? Yeah, it's this guy. Man, you get this on the board and start hasting out some dudes. This and a Madcap Skills 2-drop can just get ridiculous. This Primordial, though, oof, what a good one. I do think there's another argument. I saw the Gruul Key Rune before. There is an argument to do this with our drops in, but I think what it's going to be, now that the way it's shaping up, is going to be about just creature, put pressure on, and then close it out with some of these insane guys later on. Yeah, I like it. Wouldn't mind this coming back or this coming back, which seems to kind of be the case since it's open, and maybe in the Key Rune will. 2-drop with Blood Rush. Kind of, he'll probably be more of a combat trick than anything else, and I'll have to count him as that. I found Assault Griffin to be amazing in Boros. Definitely has always been a solid card, but it's just lightning for removal because it can just win the game by itself, surprisingly. Maybe people will pick up on that later, but for now, taking a 2-drop / combat trick, very happy for it. I'm not stoked for another one of these guys, but I guess I would rather have this than, say, the Spire Tracer. So if we're cutting down our playables, I mean, we have tons of creatures, which is what you want in the Gruul build. So that's okay. I just wish the low curves were a little stronger in what they were doing, but again, 2-1, it'll just get us a, oh, wow, that's such a late Boros Charm. Here I'm taking another Massive Raid. It's the only removal we have. It's not great removal, but we are playing a huge amount of creatures. We want more removal happening. I would love to upgrade some of my 2-drops, or even have this extra 3-drop, because I think it'll matter with Ember Beast and what we're doing. But I need this piece right here. Hey look, another one of these guys. Probably not going to play it. I think we're good on 6, though there is an argument that I want this over the Ruination Worm. Is there anything I care about here? Take Simic Gilgate to magically, in case some amazing blue thing comes back to me. Yeah, we'll just take our playable. Keep it easy. Never know if I end up missing it for some reason. Yeah, none of these I care about. So when that happens, I always just pick some random uncommon, because I will just always sell them and get, like, you know, half a penny more later on. Interesting, yeah. Black was definitely the way to go. I just don't know if it would have been what, a mono black deck. So at this point I can start really looking at what my deck is and isn't. This might be a sideboard card. Might be getting rid of these 2-drops. Definitely don't need that guy anymore. Not really interested in the Forest Adaptation. Frenzied Tilling. Though it's my colors, this is an actual card that someone might be putting in their deck. Another uncommon. Alright, so we don't have much of a sideboard, and we're probably just going to be cutting one of these guys for our 23rd. Wish this wasn't here, wish this was better, but I think with our top end being what it is, if we can just kind of stay alive, we should be doing pretty okay. Gruul is about having just all the creatures in play. I just like to move everything out of the way. No, I wish we could have played the Slumlord. That would have been fun. So, way too many creatures. I already knew that these guys were coming out. Oh, and this is nothing. But want to remember they're there. 2-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. Oh, we do have a cyber card. I forgot about that guy. Here are good creatures. 2 removals. So one of the fun things about Gruul that does make a high creature count awesome is that we have a number of creatures because of Blood Rush that are tricks. So if you actually pull these down as just creatures that we're using as combat tricks, you know, there's what? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, we still have 14 creatures on top of that with some, you know, variable trick going on. Yeah, I'd say at this point, even though I think these are my weakest, these two are my weakest cards, along with some pretty mediocre 2-drops, we just have plenty of power up in this high end. So I'm going to debate between cutting one of these. We don't need that many creatures. I like how this guy came back up by 2 or more creatures. I'm trying to decide in which situations in this format I would prefer one over the other. I've seen him to have some type of evasion or to be just a regular 2-for-1. This guy, though bigger, can just kind of be chump blocked endlessly. It'll be something to look at, you know, if there's a lot of dutiful thralls from an Orzhov Boris deck that just regenerates, then this guy probably is going to be as awesome as this guy. My gut tells me to go with this. I have more experience with him, but I'll definitely want to keep in mind that I have the Ruination Worm. I mean, you get 2 of these guys out. Oof, that's fun. So yeah, here's the build. Let's just add some lands, call it a day. Check our colors here. Pals by color, please. Thank you. Yeah, I think we still skew it this way because we do have plenty of early green, and we do want. I mean, we should have double. By the time we're at 8 mana, if we ever get to 8 mana, we should be good. We do want a little bit heavier on the red because of our double red massive raids and the Predator. But I also just don't want to be hosed when I'm trying to get out the early 2-drops and 3-drops that we have. So yeah. Okay, first Gruul. We'll see how it goes. Can't wait for round 1. Hope you can't either.